Hi anybody, welcome to my channel, JaysBucket. I'm Jay, that's also Jay, and we're here hanging out for another LEGO review. And I just want to start by mentioning I am not a LEGO ambassador, I'm not affiliated with the LEGO group at all, so any statements I make here today are personally my own opinions. But let's get right into this one. As you might know, I've been reviewing the LEGO sets that I have already live built on my previous live streams. And unfortunately, I'm only at week number 3 in my live stream reviews. So I need to get going and push out more reviews here. But let's get going on this one. We have LEGO set 40545, and that's a Brick Headz koi fish and fry. It's got a pretty cool looking box here, and I didn't lose this box. But we got Brick Headz numbers 176 and 177, and these are neat little fish builds here. On the back of the box, they showcase some of the other Brick Headz that you can get. And then at the top, you get that special piece for their scales that you'll find inside the box. We also have the instructions here. And this is a pretty basic build. It doesn't take too long to build. I would say it'd be about 30 minutes or so. We've got 55 pages in here. So once you're done those 55 pages, you'll end up with this Brick Headz koi and fry. Overall, it was a pretty fun build. I would say my favorite thing about most of the Brick Headz is that they put a brain inside the head. Yes, that little 2x2 pink brick ends up being what would be a brain in, a real animal or human. Definitely my favorite little detailed part of this, but they're pretty much in all Brick Headz. Other thing I liked about this build was all the translucent pieces that you get for their scales. It just makes the build kind of pop out a little bit and really stand out when it's just sitting there on a shelf. Overall, I would not say this was one of my favorite builds, but in general it's a pretty fun thing to build. The nice addition of these ones is that they're propped up on the translucent blue pieces here to indicate they're swimming in the water. The other Brick Headz fish build, at least, was a goldfish that I did, and it was just propped up on clear bricks, so it didn't look as nice. I really like the touch of these translucent blue bricks, and kind of the same thing with the lily pads there. They're propped up on some translucent blue pieces as well. And overall, not a bad set. For $19.99 Canadian, you can't really go wrong. It does come with 203 pieces, so it's not a bad piece count. But really, it's a basic display set. If you're just looking for something cheap to display, this is a great set for it. If you're into fish, this is another great set, and that's why I bought this. I thought it might fit in the 3-in-1 fish tank. It technically could, but it would almost take up, most of the tank, and it wasn't really realistic, and I didn't like them in there, so I left them on the display set here. And overall, the platform that they're standing on is pretty neat, and it does make for a nice display unit, but again, a cheaper one. There's definitely other display units that you can get for a little bit more that would look a little nicer and are bigger builds. And there's really no play factor to this other than the build itself. These are very basic and they just kind of sit there, so the play factor is kind of non-existent in these sets, unfortunately. So if you are thinking of maybe purchasing this set secondhand, probably at this point since it is a retired set, I would factor in that you're really only going to just have it sit on a shelf and look nice. So if you're into that, then it's a great set to get. Overall, I think I would give this set 6 out of 10 buckets, just due that there's no playability really. It's a small set to display, and it's a retired set now, but the price was okay for being, a Brick Headz set. And it's nice to see, I just purchased the Wally Brick Headz, that the price hasn't increased any on Brick Headz. So that's good to see. Keep up that LEGO group, please. But yeah, if you enjoyed this review, please leave a like, comment, subscribe if you'd like. And what I'm going to do, we had some technical difficulties on the live stream, so somewhere over here I'm going to pop up the clean version that I recorded and uploaded to YouTube onto my channel as well. Thank you a bunch for joining me on this LEGO review, and I hope you guys come back for the next one. Woo!